question you gotta be asking yourself is, do you feel like older your punk? See, my mule here, he didn't get it. You would apologize like I know you're going to. I might be able to convince him that you really didn't mean it. I don't think it's nice you laugh at me. My mule doesn't like people laughing. It's the crazy idea you're laughing at him. That man has rights. Well, I'm all broken up about that man's rights.
That's good.
First one is focused on the community. Church is a community, what that really means and what that looks like. I mean, and that's a buzzword that's thrown around all the time. Gosh, I've heard many institutional churches talk about authentic community, and yet when you meet the people there, they hardly know one another. And they only see one another once a week. I mean, that's not community, in my mind. Community is a shared life. It's where you are basically sharing your entire life, your family, with other believers, and you've got to be in relatively close distance to them to have that. It doesn't work if you're 45 minutes away, you know, not in our day. So anyway, that's the first thing. It's community and meetings. That's the first section. And so some of the chapters are entitled Reimagining Our Church Meetings, Reimagining the Lord's Supper, Reimagining the Church's Family, Reimagining God's Eternal Purpose is one of the chapters. And then the second section is about leadership and accountability. And there we talk about the leadership in the first century church and applying principles to our time. Reimagining leadership, reimagining accountability, reimagining spiritual authority, reimagining submission. And we're rethinking all of it in the book. And in light of two things: one, the New Testament, and two, the Trinity. Because I believe that the church flows out of the relationship between the Father, Son, and Spirit in the Godhead. It's an outflow, it's an extension of that onto the earth. And each chapter discusses this from a scriptural point of view. It also roots it in the Trinity. Then it also gives stories, anecdotes, from my experience in living in organic church life in our time, in our day, and to try to give it more of a concrete flavor. And then there are questions after each chapter that provoke discussion among the readers. So I'm excited about it because it's the first constructive piece after pagan Christianity, and other books will follow as well. But
and your intention with pagan Christianity really was for it to not really give a lot of answers, but to kind of ask questions.
That's really the main intention.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
make points and then ask questions on the heels of those points.
I mean, most people miss that on the cover. There's a question mark after.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is our Christianity really pagan? Of course, we believe it is, but then we're pressing that question to the reader. And really, the question we keep asking, and you'll see this in the book, is what we're doing today, knowing where it came from, and knowing much of the pragmatic effects, is it a departure from God's intention for the church, or is it a development of God's intention for the church? That's really the question. And of course we come out on that saying, well, it's a departure, but we leave it to the reader to decide that.